How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play. From Thunder Valley Resort in Lincoln, California, this is Poker Night in America. Hello and welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm Chris Hansen alongside the man, the myth, the legend, Joe Stapleton.
I am shocked that you called me a man. You know why? Last week my Xbox broke and I cried.
You know, I actually believe that. We're bringing you cash game action from Thunder Valley in NorCal.
But I feel like today, if we play long enough, I'm gonna get all the money.
Thunder Valley, isn't that where the Blues built their model home? Pretty sure it was.
They walk to the cage, they hand them cash, they give them chips. And here's what they have bought in for Doc Sands, buying in for the maximum tonight at $20,000.
Welcome to the show, Kelly Winterhalter. Winterhalter sounds like a good way to get frostbite.
Sounds like a character from Game of Thrones.
Winterhalter is coming.
So, Phil, are you superstitious ever?
Superstitious?
Yeah. Do you have any good luck charms?
I believe in good luck. Like,
Yeah.
If I have a particular shirt on when I win a World Series tournament, you're gonna see that shirt a lot.
Shirts?
No, but I mean then I lose track. But,
Yeah.
But during the series, like if there's a shirt that I win with, I keep that one. I'll wear it multiple
Do you
times.
remember the underpants that you were wearing?
It gets washed,
when
yeah.
you won the World Series?
Pocket jacks
I don't think that.
for Markholt.
I didn't have underpants on when I won the main event. How about that?
Oh, that's TMI.
Mando.
TMI.
Yeah,
BVD TMI.
we do not need to know that one.
I would not have thought that Phil was a commando kind of guy.
We are welcomed again with the presence of the world's greatest. Phil Hellmuth calls with 6-7 of hearts.
I just didn't have time to do laundry during the main event. Or have somebody do it.
King, King, 8, the flop.
Jack's doing just fine.
I think it's unlucky to be superstitious.
How much? 3? 6.
Nobody ever gets that.
I get it.
It just goes right over their head.
Phil raising on this board, he is never raising with a king.
You get it, Kelly?
What?
You don't get it.
What?
It's unlucky to be superstitious.
I get it.
Maybe the problem is it's not funny.
Another king on the turn, so there is no story that Hellmuth is telling that Markholt will believe now.
Well, it's not. It's ironic.
How's it going repping that king, Phil?
Because you would totally bet quads here, wouldn't you, Phil? That's what he wants him to think.
750.
750 the bet from Hellmuth.
And Lee Markholt is going to fold his hand exactly never.
There's the call.
Lee's tough to beat, man. Tough to beat.
Queen on the river.
I got it.
Pocket jacks, tough to beat with 7 high.
I picked the wrong time.
I understand.
I let you bluff me once, and I said, all right, now I'm gonna get him.
What's the,
That is Grips, a poker training site.
Wow, Kelly Winterhalter, she's been on the show 5 minutes. She's already doing plugs.
Coachings and
Jeez, sister.
Grips Poker Training.
new? It's fairly new?
No, it's been around. Yeah.
Poker Night is brought to you by Sit and Go 2.0. Go to sitandgo20.net and claim your free Sit and Go 2.0 strategy ebook.
Spent a lot of time with the family.
Okay.
You know,
Your family lives in Seattle?
Tacoma area, yeah. Yeah, I'm like 25 miles south of Seattle.
Strike me as the type that does a lot of outdoor stuff.
do.
Brett Porter raises.
Lots of hiking.
skiing,
I was like cross-country skiing last weekend.
Nice.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I went.
You should brag on that one.
I was. Let's play the hand.
All right, everybody, stop playing poker. We have cross-country skiing stories happening. Cross-country skiing is literally the least fun thing you can do in the snow, and I'm including freezing to death.
Would you stop talking? I'm trying to listen to their discussion.
Okay. Yeah, I've done that a handful of times. More ground.
Cover more ground.
$700 back to Porter.
We were up around
You can fold 8 high now.
I've been to I've
8 high.
been from Bozeman, Spokane, Bozeman, Seattle.
If I had 8 high, I'd have to bluff. Do something silly like put all my chips in.
Hey, you know what's really easy about cross-country skiing?
What's that?
Not going.
that area.
Wow.
There we go. There we go.
There goes all my chips.
Wow, okay.
Oh,
like,
that's a string call.
Look at that.
I'm going to play one card.
Oh, God. Jesus. Oh, my.
Oh, Phil, here we go.
3 10s for Porter. Yikes.
You might be the best.
I'll take 5,000. Well played, rep.
You know, that's not the only big hand Representative Porter has won here.
That is correct, Mr. Stapleton. The $1,650 no limits main event here at Poker Night in America a year ago at Thunder Valley brought in 276 entrants for a total prize pool of just over $400,000.
Wow, throwback Thursday here on Poker Night in America. Look how young they all looked. You've got Flock Wynn, Katie Stahl, Robert Paklev, that old chestnut. Oh, don't forget second place finisher Duke Lee. The Duke!
I've forgotten about the Duke. Duke's a great guy, bought me dinner with some of his winnings. No, he didn't, but I wish he did. And yeah, Rep Porter, the main event champion 1 year ago here at Thunder Valley when Poker Night in America came a-calling. $88,000. That's probably why he made all the action with Ace-10, because he knew he already had money in the bank.
You know, he runs hot right here at Thunder Valley. Good old Ralph Rep Porter. We'll miss you. I mean, congratulations.
Stapes, I know you have a lot of spare time, so why don't you check out the archive? You can watch the entire final table on Twitch.
Already seen it twice.
How would you like to play against the pros on national TV? Download now to play and win. It's absolutely free to play. Poker Night in America back at Thunder Valley. It's outside of Sacramento, California.
Got it. And you live in Seattle with Lee?
Yeah.
You guys hike a lot together?
Never have. He's invited me to his lake house 43 times. I've invited him up to our cabin in the mountains about the same amount.
And there's always a scheduling conflict?
Yeah. I think, you know, I mean, it's a little bit of, you offer when you know the other guy's busy, so you don't have to actually do it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why Chris always asks me when my flight out of town is before he invites me over for dinner.
Yeah, well, you know, times are tough.
Even Lisa and her
I
boyfriend.
want to make it look like I care, but I really don't. You know,
Really?
I'll bring my own hamburger helper.
So did Mark Gregorich.
I don't know why they call this stuff hamburger helper. It does just fine by itself.
He's from Vegas, and he can't even come from Woodinville.
How many calls with sixes?
It's a great ride once you get it out away from Seattle.
Yeah, no, I know.
Now there's a real poker hand. Ace-King for Lee Markholt.
But we wanted to wait till you...
Ace-King is going to want to put in another bet here, thin the field a little bit.
Everyone any 25 for a round?
1 round, sure.
All right.
We can have a round of antes as long as we follow it with a round of uncles. Hashtag everyday sexism. I'll see myself out.
1,400.
And here comes that thinning raise from Markholt to 1,400.
14.
He does get rid of Kelly. He doesn't get rid of Phil.
Lee Markholt kind of reminds me of Fraser's dad. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
She got Phil, you got like 2 9s?
Deuce 4. What are you doing,
Oh,
Rep?
man.
I'm like your spirit animal over here today.
How do you fold 4 high? Action on the pre-flop aggressor.
Check from Markholt. Phil Hellmuth is assembling chips.
825.
He's got 825.
Phil's betting for value and for protection. He'd be just fine to not see another card come out because it's very likely to be an overcard.
$2,800.
Oh, and look at this. Lee going for the check raise. Is that even legal here? I've only read about this in books.
I didn't even know people in poker still did that. You know, like taking a shower.
This happens so rarely these days.
What do you have? Like ace jack of spades? Well, you should know I have it. You're old school. You know how tight I play. But sometimes people just want to give me chips. But if you know I have 9s and you still moved in,
Don't forget, Phil's already been felted once so far.
I get people so out of whack. They get so outside their skin when they play against me. You know what I mean? Like, you've watched it for like 20 years, right?
Phil releases the sixes.
Show bluff. I want to see it.
Not a bluff.
We'll get to see it in like half hour, right?
That'd be good.
I want to see a bluff.
Don't worry though, Phil. We checked the rabbit cam and it was an ace on the turn. We don't have a rabbit cam. Don't tell them.
See, we could have played a big pot there.
Just a reminder, you could win a free seat at this poker table and play against the pros on national television. To win, simply download our new free poker app, play some hands, and you qualify to enter our grand prize sweepstakes. It's totally free with no catch, so pull out your phone and download it now.
Well, I've already folded 2 nice pairs to you. It's getting a little aggravating.
Poker Night in America brought to you by Kimosabi.
I'm not going to tell you what I had.
Antes are in play. Pots are juicier than a New Jersey housewife sweatsuit.
Did we pick up a new sponsor that I missed?
I didn't say them by name.
Okay, all right.
I am in fact sponsored by New Jersey Housewives.
You've got all the best deals.
I know.
You have that new no shave club you're part of. So jelly.
The blades are quite reasonable.
It would be aggravating if you had like the 6-7 of spades or something, and
The problem is, once those antes are in play, everyone's gonna be trying much harder to win these pots, and they're gonna get exponentially bigger in every street.
But I feel like today, if we play long enough, I'm gonna get all the money.
3 aces out so far. Sands raising, Porter calling, McNair's in.
I don't know.
Wow, look at that, the case ace on the flop. I'm not sure any of these guys can bet it.
I'm not going to bet much, though. I don't want to like make you play too tight.
We have an ante now, so I guess.
Everyone checks, so here comes the turn. It's another diamond.
No one's got a diamond, but Rep does have 2 pair.
McNair probably should have bet there on the flop.
Well, on the flop, he was playing flow, but on the turn, yeah. Time to start getting some value out of your ace-king.
Except we know the guy immediately to his right just popped him with that 4 on the turn, so.
You got that one, buddy. Just don't outdraw me when I finally snap you.
Phil, you're not in the hand. Porter calls. Now, when you're here with ace-king and there's a bet and a call in front of you, I don't know how good you can feel about this.
But it's ace-king. Don't you understand?
Good luck.
Thank you.
Not sure about that. I don't think you're gonna get action from many hands you're doing well against. The good news, you don't have to make any decisions on the river.
That is true. You've made your one big decision instead of making multiple smaller decisions. And so McNair is all in. I would love to know what kind of sandwich Phil gets from the sub shop. Let's make something up. What is it?
Kobe beef.
I'll have what Richard Branson is having, please.
Space salmon.
Those your macadamia nuts, dude?
Oh, I didn't want to see that. I think I'm on my way. Nice. Well,
Hey, nice playing with you.
Pour them into your hand.
Harlan?
If you don't mind, thanks.
All right, buddy. Take
guys,
McNair orders the porterhouse with extra felt, and it was not to his liking, so he has decided to leave the table.
we will be right back. That is, of course, unless there's a massive earthquake that would lead to an apocalypse, and then won't you be glad you spent your time watching and playing poker all these years? Poker Night in America is brought to you by our trusted friend, Kimosabi Mezcal. Why settle for tequila? Step up to Kimosabi. Welcome back to Poker Night in America. We have filled McNair's chair with Bob Mather, who's buying in for $5K.
Who is your favorite Mather? Marshall or Lowell? Wrong, it's Lowell from Wings.
I was going to say, does it matter?
Okay, that's true.
Thank
Fine.
you.
No, but seriously, it is Lowell from Wings.
Sands got this started to 175. Hellmuth calls, Porter calls. Action is on the aforementioned Mr. Mather.
The people who mind don't mather, and the people who mather don't mind.
Apparently it does mather to him. He raises with 10s.
That 3-bet is pretty small, though. He's giving everyone better odds than someone walking into your office right after you ripped one.
No.
You had a big decision there, right?
You bought it for 5,000,
Is
right?
everyone looking at me?
On the first bullet.
Some really great hands here. I am excited. And we're gonna go 4 ways to this flop.
Well, that's great when a 10 hits the flop, which it's going to right now. Now. No, guess not. 3 spades, a 6, 4, and a deuce.
Yeah, and there are 2 big spades out there. Hellmuth with the ace of spades. Porter's got the queen of spades. Those 2 will be going nowhere. Sands has got a pair. I think if you're Mather, betting here is relatively pointless.
Well, Mather is going to give it a try. 1,600 in the pot, and here comes the bet of 875.
Good fold by Sands.
Hellmuth smells blood in the water and raises it to 1,750. Not wanting to go all in, so he's got, you know, like $200 behind him.
I think without the ace of spades, rep can't continue. Yep, he's out of here. What are you gonna do, Bob? 1 pair, no spade? Hey, Bob? Bob? Hey, Bobby? Hey, Bobby?
I could have beat you at one-handed golf last night.
One-handed golf, is that what people are calling it these days?
A raise and a call.
Now, Phil is behind, but he is the favorite.
Turn them up, right?
Yeah, we're showing.
Nice hand.
Oh, that hurts.
Sometimes the statistics are right. Phil Hellmuth, the favorite, somehow managed to win.
Welcome to the Kimosabi Mezcal Lounge. I'm here with Dan Shack. Dan is not only a great poker player, he won the Premier League. He's had all kinds of high finishes and tons of events. Dan, how did you find poker?
In high school, Friday nights, I was one of the nerds, not one of the cool guys. So I was the one playing guts and baseball and follow the queen and all the weird games with my friends.
A long time ago, I met you in a New York City hotel room.
I do remember that.
To give you a lesson. Do you remember where we were?
Of course, we were at the, I won't say what hotel, but we were on Central Park South.
Yeah.
And you were like a star, still are a star, and I was starstruck. As a matter of fact, you didn't even give me a lesson. We more just talked poker. We talked poker for the whole time because, you know, you found me interesting, I found you interesting, and we became quick friends that day. And I don't know if I ever truly got a lesson until you schooled me in some tournaments.
To friendship, poker, and great success in business.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Can we get a menu for high stakes and figure out what's the earliest we can order?
Doc Sands is trying to order some food. I think the high stakes restaurant here should name some of their dishes after these guys, like the Philly cheese steak or the Rep Porterhouse.
I think there's
At
a,
like
there's a
4:30 or
dinner
5,
break.
there'll be
Regardless of the break, I still want food from there, so I'm gonna order it and then I'll figure out where I'm gonna eat it.
Or the Doc Sandwich.
There you go.
Thank you.
It's $3.15.
Or it doesn't matter.
No, you've been here before? I guess you've been here once before. This high stakes restaurant is actually pretty legit.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, it's-
I've
No, actually, what Doc means is the restaurant here is called legit.
It's called Pretty Legit.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and it is legit.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
5.
Phil Hellmuth firing deader than that time they got a zombie to host The Apprentice.
At the table from high stakes, and they bring it out.
Yeah, that's what I always do. It's really nice.
Yeah, but she's like, okay, that's $110. I was like,
So I gotta order when you're playing with Phil Hellmuth.
Could have done better than that.
well, you're just not used to that, sticker shock when you're playing at the poker table.
Hopefully he slows down here on the turn. Yes, he does.
How much? 8?
But decides to make a pretty loose turn call.
And he checks there on the river. Well, Phil doesn't come away with anything on the Flop Turner River.
Man. I mean, he's probably pretty irritated that he didn't catch an ace or a queen here, but he's got no idea how fortunate that was.
I know. People don't know. It's like
I don't think Rep's ever not going to have a hand here.
Running so good against me.
My only one
It's okay. I can't give you a penny. You just keep beating my hands. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, but I only go.
Feels like it's been. I'm so bummed out. It's been so cold.
Go in the summer. And
Good fold.
Ace queen.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you gotta show when you make quads. It's quads.
Ace 10. Good hit, Doc.
a lot softer.
Jesus Christ.
Doc is just considering this game right now. Wow, Doc, what you're doing to this game is disgusting since I got in the game. It's just crushing the game. I can't even, like, breathe looking at Doc and all those chips.
Poker Night is brought to you by Sit and Go 2.0. Go to sitandgo20.net and claim your free Sit and Go 2.0 strategy ebook. Well, we're going to stop here for the night, and the biggest winner thus far has been Rep Porter, but most of that came from one big hand with Phil Hellmuth.
Doc Sands and Hellmuth lost a healthy chunk, as well as Bob Mather. No relation to Marshall.
And if you want more Poker Night, you can find us on social media, including Twitch and YouTube, where you can find full episodes, live streams, and exclusive content. Oh, and don't forget, download our new free poker app. You and your friends can have your very own poker night, as well as a chance to win a seat in our show. Search for us in the App Store and download it today. For everyone here at Poker Night, I'm Chris Hansen, he's Joe Stapleton, and thanks for watching. Poker Night in America is brought to you by Kimosabi Mezcal and Sit and Go 2.0.
I mean, what in the hell is going on here? Rep always giving me too much action. I said to myself, I'm not gonna 3-bet or 2-bet him until I have the nuts tonight. I didn't think
Too
I'd
much
pick it up
action,
this quick.
Phil. Usually I have the best hand. That's like the first time we've got them all in when you've had the best hand.